Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craft Tree. Today I just wanted to share with you a small little project that I did using some of these crimp ribbon ends and also with some bulb pins, which I got these at BeeBeecrafts. I'll leave links to the products and also for their YouTube program and stuff, so check those links out. And I got some seed beads on the go here, and I need some string, pair of scissors. But I made these cute little dangles, and I made 3 different styles, I guess you could say. But they turned out really cute. And you could just put them on the edge of your journal, like so. Or inside, they're nice and flat. But I did this one here, I crocheted the beads onto the crochet thread. So there's that there. This one here, I tied them on, which was very easy to do. And this one here is my favorite, and I just strung some beads onto the end of the string. I found this one was better because it gives that little bit more weight and it pulls the string down. So I'm going to show you how to make this one that I strung the beads on. So I have some beads here. So let's dump those in there. Okay, so let's get out a bulb pin to start with. Let's do one of these shiny gunmetal ones. So we've got this here. So I'm going to put on I need a pair of tweezers here to grab. Let's do some red beads. So I'm just going to put them on like so. This one here that I did, I used 2, 4, 7 beads. So let's do red and clear on this one. Okay, let's move those out of the way. So we're going to start on the end. I'm going to tie about 3 knots. I'm not too worried about how much I leave on the end because I can trim that off. But the other one I did, I found 3 knots right on top of each other. Was big enough to hold the bead from sliding right off the string. So there's that. So now I'm going to decide how long I want this. And I didn't make, these are not very long. They're maybe 2.5 inches from the tip of the pin to the tip of the thread. So I'm going to kind of mark right there with my fingers on where I want the other threads, and I'm going to cut my string. So now I can tie the other end of my knot. You could make these any length you wanted. And there is my third knot. So then that is going to be like so, and that's going to hang. Okay, let's dig out some of these, and let's use the darker. So we're going to need 3 of these. And I will admit, these little tiny ones, you can see how tiny they are. They are a little bit tricky to use. I've only used them a few times for this and another project that I've done. So they're tricky. It does take a little bit of patience. But I try to hold it like that. You can see my string inside there. And my nail is just long enough that I can hold the crimp and the thread together. I'm going to get my pair of pliers, just flat pliers, and I'm going to just push that one side over. And because the string is fairly flat, I can crimp it right down, but not like super hard at first, because I also want to pull that thread down until the loop is at the top of that eye. Hopefully you can see. So you'll be able to just barely see the thread coming up the top once it's all done. Now I'm going to crimp down the other side. Lots of good videos on how to use these crimp things. Now I'm going to press it down really hard. And then that is what we have for that piece. Now, for this thread, okay, I don't know what this stuff is called, but I call it ladder lace because it kind of looks like a ladder. So I want a couple pieces that I can dangle that are about the same width or length as the other ones, but it can all be trimmed, and I need 2 of those for what I've made. So now I'm going to fold this over in half, and now I'm going to try and get all that into one of these little things. So for this part, what I found was easiest. Now you could easily glue this. You could put a little dab of glue in there. But I laid down my crimp, and then I just laid this on top, and then I did that. Now hopefully you can see my crimp thing is there, and I'm holding this ladder lace in there. I'm going to take the pliers, and I'm going to grab the top 2 things, and I'm just going to squeeze them together. Not really hard, because all that I want it to do is close that in. So then that way it's not going to slip out. Now I'm sure there's other ways of doing this. This is just what I have found for the few that I have done so far that works best for me. So now I'm going to pull my ladder lace down a bit to get it into the crimp thing. I don't want it sticking out, way out. So there's that. So now I can go and just use the tips and fold that one side down. It's kind of hard to see that because it's so little. So once I get that part crimped down, now I'm going to crimp the other side down and sandwich my thread in the middle there, and now give it a good. So there is that. So there is piece number 2. I'm going to do that again. I've got my other piece of this ladder lace. Fold it in half. And again, I'm going to lay it right down in there. I'm going to hold it with 2 of my fingers. So my crimp thing is right there with the ladder lace going in between it. I'm going to take my pliers and bend those 2 tops over. I found it was just too hard trying to hold all those pieces, little pieces, while I'm trying to move it or do stuff with it. So now I'm going to pull that through again to use up this end because I don't want that end sticking out. And I don't do it too fast because I don't want to pull it right out. Okay, that should do the trick. I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold down my edges again to make sure that they're really, there's the one side and now the other side. Hey, I'm not going to lie, these are not the easiest things to work with, but the more you do it, the easier it does get. So there is the other one, all crimped together. So now I've got my beaded one, and I've got 2 of the other ones, and I've got my bulb pin. So now I need a couple of seed beads for either side of this. And now comes the fun part of trying to get the seed beads onto the bulb pin. So there's one. I'm going to put 2 on each side. And there's 2 bulb pins, or 2 beads. And I'm going to put 1 of the ladder lace bits. Okay. And I'm going to put the one with the beads on. And then the other ladder lace. And now I'm going to put 2 more seed beads. Okay, let's do that up. So on the bulb pin, you have 2 seed beads, ladder lace, the string with the beads, another ladder lace, and 2 more seed beads. And you have yourself a cute little dangle. From here, I just go like this here, and then I can cut it off however long I want to make it, and make the ends reasonably even. There we go. So now on the end of a journal, you would fasten that on, and there you would have a little dangle. You could clip it onto the front on something if you wanted. You can make them any colors. any size. And like I say, these little crimp things, the more you use them, the easier it does get. This package, there was the 4 different colors in 3 different sizes. There's the 3 sizes. But I will leave a link to these. So check out the links. I hope you'll try this. And hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.